get ready for the total solar eclipse in the sign of Pisces the fish. That's happening on the 8th of March, 2016. I'm Pastor Rosemary, the Astrology Angel. Thank you for joining us. Now this week, this event is going to affect people in such a way that they're going to be overly emotional, and their emotions might take on sort of an affectation of feeling that they're being outdone by other people. Therefore, they might resort to emotional blackmail. So this is what you want to keep aware of, and you want to allow the event to occur and put you into a situation where you're like a seed underneath the earth, waiting to be born and sprout, rather than thinking that anything is actually wrong. So avoid temptations to feel sorry for oneself, and rather see it as a time to get yourself ready for all the exciting things that are going to occur this year with all of the eclipses that are going on. And be sure you check out our solar and lunar eclipse videos. Okay, now this combination of astrological events this week is sure to formulate the extra watery, because it's, again, in the sign of Pisces the fish. It's a new moon, a total solar eclipse in Pisces. And therefore, we're going to provide for you, for this event, information about how you can make this event better for you, utilizing the angel of the Lord, calling upon the angel of the Lord, and that will be provided to grant you the light of miracles, to bring the fallen from the watery depths of the realm of Pisces the fish, so as to keep the faithful from becoming way too gullible. You don't want to get too gullible during this event, because people might try to, use your soft heart. You can have a soft heart, just don't have a soft head. All right, now emotional blackmail is going to abound with this event, so put on the whole armor of God. The new moon in Pisces and total solar eclipse on the 8th of March, it's both Eastern Standard Time and Greenwich Mean Time, causes promises to be made, then withdrawn. That's the important caveat, for the purpose of humiliating the one promise, so that the intended mark, quote unquote mark, will beg for the promise they never originally asked for, or suffer greatly, even unto death in the process. So basically, what the angel of the Lord is saying here is that people will make you a promise for something you didn't originally even ask for, and then try to get you to beg for something you didn't originally want. And then, once they get you into that position, they're going to want you to become very gullible and beg them. That's what they're going to want. And watch you humiliate yourself, or get into a situation where you're feeling so sorry for yourself you might hurt yourself. So do not do that. Remain strong, remain confident, know what's going on. You use the angel of the Lord to assist you, and then you're going to have the whole armor of God on. We're going to give you a good scripture here in the moment that will help you. Now, at this juncture, you need to understand that although oftentimes we try to keep things light, and we try to keep things a little bit more on a side that can, get you to laugh a little bit, and, just to cheer you up, this event and this situation is no laughing matter. This new moon in Pisces and this total solar eclipse, it's not something that you should take that lightly, or completely just throw it into the realm of, oh, it doesn't matter, because it does. So this week and during this event, you need to be vigilant, because these eclipses have a timestamp, but then it radiates like ripples in a pond. When you throw a stone in a pond and it ripples out, that happens in 10 or more dimensions that they find. They keep finding more and more dimensions, but they radiate throughout all of the sephira of the Kabbalah. And you need to understand and be vigilant and know the ways of the devil, who is Ha-Satan, who is the adversary, and that is anything that is adversarial. Anything that's inclusive is not Ha-Satan. Anything that's exclusive and adversarial is Ha-Satan, because Ha-Satan means the adversary in Hebrew. Now, the total solar eclipse in Pisces creates confusion Remember that the devil is the author of confusion. And those who lack a feeble mind, such as Balaam's donkey, who was beaten by her master for seeing the angel of the Lord, who stood in the way against Balaam. Consider the following story of Balaam's donkey. Numbers 22:31-35. Forthwith the Lord opened the eyes of Balaam, and he saw the angel standing in the way with a drawn sword. And he worshipped him, falling flat on the ground. And the angel said to him, Why beatest thou thy ass these 3 times? I am come to withstand thee, because thy way is perverse and contrary to me. And unless the ass had turned out of the way, giving place to me who stood against thee, I had slain thee, and she should have lived. Balaam said, I have sinned, not knowing that thou didst stand against me, and now if it displease thee that I go, I will return. The angel said, Go with these men, and see thou speak no other thing than what I shall command thee. He went therefore with the princes. The angel of the Lord is the attribute of God that conveys messages of utmost importance at times, is known commandingly and convincingly. He's been known to transform earlier assurances made by God through him into new covenants pleasing to him. So he will change a covenant. An old promise made, he will change it. The angel of the Lord will change it and give you a new covenant. That's what's going on during this event. That's what we're talking about. Now, Hagar was assisted by such a promise in Genesis 16:11. Hagar was the wife of Abraham. Sarah was one wife, and the other concubine was Hagar, with whom he had the child Ishmael, and with Sarah, Isaac was born, and Jacob became Isaac. Behold, said he, thou art with child, and thou shalt bring forth a son, and thou shalt call his name Ishmael, because the Lord hath heard thy affliction. Again, that's Genesis 16:11. And we're utilizing the Dewey Reams Bible in these presentations that we're giving you of Scripture. Now, the angel of the Lord affords substantial help in times of bewilderment. And on the 8th, this new moon, total solar eclipse in Pisces, the new moon and total solar eclipse in Pisces, the fish. This new moon with concurrent total solar eclipse in Pisces bring intelligibly understandable messages, something you can understand, to all transactions via new as well as more thoughtful contracts that seek to provide for the dignity of all persons. Again, new contracts. A caveat is in order at this juncture. When an overabundance of correctness is provided, the recipient may experience various ill effects due to the root sin of pride. Now, the new moon angel of the Lord provides clarity through new covenants made with the inhabitants of the realm of the natural 12th house of spirituality in the sign of Pisces, the fish. That's the Zodiac Angel Asariel. Okay, so for everybody, this is going to affect your 12th house of spirituality. But for each of you specifically, we're going to give you your zodiac signs, your zodiac angels, and the house specifically affected, that will specifically affect your sign. But remember, the general influence is the 12th house of Pisces, the fish, the natural 12th house, which affects your spirituality. Okay, now the astrology angel magic evocations for this event. The evocation for the new moon in Pisces, the planetary archangel correspondences are as follows. We're going to give you a projective planetary angel, and we're going to give you a receptive planetary angel, and we're going to give you the zodiac angel Pisces. Now, for the projective or blocking planetary angel, new moon angel of the Lord, Lotus is the scent that can be used. Shin is the Hebrew letter. Psalm 119, verses 161 to 168 is the scripture you can utilize. Now that's the scripture correspondence from Genesis. You may also add, however, you may also add Psalm chapter 34, verse 8. For cunning of the wise angelic emanation of the Hebrew letter Teth, that's the wise serpent, meaning snake, Teth means snake, that appears above the verse, whose zodiac angel is Virchiel, to strike at the heart of the enemy of God, who is Ha-Satan. So this is very important at this juncture, and there are certain translations of this portion of Psalms that is going to expose these Hebrew letters above these verses in chapter 34, Psalm 34. Not all translations will give you this particular exposure of these Hebrew letters and this very deep ability to utilize the zodiacal, planetary, and angelic forces. So make sure you have a scripture that will show you how to utilize these aspects. Now that was for the projective. Now for the receptive, planetary angel, new moon, Gabriel would be the receptive, because Gabriel would be hiding the face at this juncture because of the new moon, the dark moon. Amber is the amber resin is the incense or the scent that you want to use. Gimel is the Hebrew letter. Psalm 119 verses 17 to 24. You may also add Psalm chapter 34 verse 3. For salvation from the Akkadian god Sin, his name was Sin, S-I-N, using the receptive angelic emanation of the Hebrew letter Gimel, meaning camel. Gimel means camel in Hebrew, that appears above the verse, whose planetary angel is Gabriel, who rules over the changeable moon. So this is all about the moon and the changeableness of the inconstant moon. Now the zodiac angel correspondences is for Pisces, the fish, obviously, because the new moon and the total solar eclipse in the sign of Pisces. The zodiac angel Netziel, the tribe is Simeon. The tribe of Simeon, tribe of Israel, Simeon, is the popular association. Spikenard is the incense. Eucalyptus is also okay to use. You can use that as well. Aquamarine is the gemstone. And H.O.A.F is the Hebrew letter, and this is the Hebrew letter H.O.A.F is also associated with Psalm 119, verse 145 to 152. That's the biblical correspondence you can utilize. Now note, some associate the tribe of Ephraim here instead with the sign of Pisces. The tribe of Ephraim is also part of the tribe or house of Joseph. So the tribes of Ephraim and Manasseh, again together, make up the tribe or house of Joseph. Now you may add correspondences particular to the associations with the affected astrological house that we're going to give you now. You can also check out our Psychic Astrology blog, and that will list for you the zodiac sign and the zodiac angels and your house affected. Now the zodiac sign of Aries is associated with the zodiac angel Michael. The total solar eclipse new moon in Pisces makes for vulnerability in your 12th house of spirituality. Now for the zodiac sign of Taurus, the bull, we have the zodiac angel Asmodai. The total solar eclipse new moon in Pisces causes acute susceptibility in your 11th house of your friends and your reputation. For the zodiac sign of Gemini, the twins, we have the zodiac angel Umbriel. The total solar eclipse new moon in Pisces creates enthusiastic receptiveness in your 10th house of social standing and fame. So Gemini, you're going to want to be receptive so that your reputation and your how much people notice you and all of that, how you're doing as far as your recognition is concerned, will be affected. And you're going to want to be seen as being more vulnerable. Now, for the zodiac sign of Cancer, the crab, we have the zodiac angel Muriel. And the total solar eclipse, new moon in Pisces, generates sensitive inclinations in your 9th house of your life path, meaning you're going to be thinking to yourself, what is the meaning of my life? For the zodiac sign of Leo the lion, we have the zodiac angel Virchiel. The total solar eclipse, new moon in Pisces, creates a discriminating Achilles heel in your 8th house of birth, sex, death, and debt. So you're going to be able to know precisely not only where your own Achilles heel is in very important visceral aspects of your life, but also in the lives of others. And you'll be able to hit that Achilles heel in yourself and others with this event. So understand this is going to be very important and meaningful. For the zodiac sign of Virgo, the Virgin, we have the zodiac angel Hamaliel. The total solar eclipse, new moon in Pisces, produces heightened receptiveness in your 7th house of law and commitment. So in all the areas that are very stringent, especially in the age of Aquarius, with matters of law, legal matters, litigation, and how committed people are to you, this is going to be an event that will heighten your receptiveness, your receptivity to others. For the zodiac sign of Libra, the scales, we have the zodiac angel Zuriel. The total solar eclipse, new moon in Pisces, makes for vulnerability in your 6th house of your habits and your health, your daily disciplines, your daily routines. So try to stay on point, Libra. For the zodiac sign of Scorpio, the Scorpion, we have the zodiac angel Barchiel. The total solar eclipse, new moon in Pisces, causes acute susceptibility in your 5th house of children and creativity, your creative projects and the creative projects of your keikis. Now for the zodiac sign of Sagittarius, the archer, we have the zodiac angel Adnachiel. The total solar eclipse, new moon in Pisces, creates fanatical receptiveness in your 4th house of home and family. So you're going to be more vulnerable when it comes to your home, your hearth, that's your kitchen, your home, your family, all those things close to your heart. For the zodiac sign of Capricorn, the goat, we have the zodiac angel Hanael. The total solar eclipse, new moon in Pisces, generates sensitive inclinations in your 3rd house of transportation and communication. So you're going to be a little bit sensitive about people knowing how and when and where and how you communicate, and where and how and when you get from point A to point B and all that. You're going to want to be a little more secretive, but only because of sensitivity, not because there's anything actually wrong. For the zodiac sign of Aquarius, the water bear, we have the zodiac angel Cambriel. The total solar eclipse, new moon in Pisces, creates a discriminating Achilles heel in your 2nd house of money and possession. So you're going to be finding out just exactly where everybody's soft spot is, or sweet spot on the tennis racket, when it comes to your issues of money, your issues of possessions, your property, what you possess, what you have, all of that. For the zodiac sign of Pisces, the fish, we have the zodiac angel Nitziel. The total solar eclipse, new moon in Pisces, produces heightened receptivity in your 1st house of yourself and appearances. So basically, you're more willing to be receptive about how much you allow people to share things that you feel are sensitive, like your picture or any amount of information which has been highly confidential to you up to this point. Now this will change, but during this event you'll be a little more open, so just make sure it's something that you'll feel comfortable about later on. Remember, these things change with these astrological, cosmological events. Thank you. Now, there's a disclaimer in order here. High magic can be dangerous. This is intended exclusively for entertainment purposes. Thank you for joining us, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Pastor Rosemary, the Astrology Angel, and join us again next time.